Well, you can see a little pattern here. Well, maybe not little, kind of big maybe, but yeah, you can see a pattern with gradient. In this corner you can see purple, on the other corner you can see something like a pink, and if I hover it you can see a shadowy or a glowy effect, or however you describe it. And if you notice it, as at the bottom, the blur, right, the glowy effect, or at this side, at the left side bottom, the glowing effect is a bit purplish, and at the right side it is a bit pinkish. So you can see that it has gradient as well. The button has gradient, its shadow or its reflection or whatever you call it, that also had gradient. So you can see how, in the so here is the HTML file. Here you can see. First, I should probably tell you that this button is not flawless. So there's some stuff you might come into trouble with, but I'll probably explain it later. So you can see here the gb style.css connected here, the title and the head of the HTML, and at the body you can see there is this button class I took. These are custom class, by the way, not Bootstrap or something like that. So you can see here the button shadow custom class, and this is the the little glow you see, that glow you see over at the bottom, and there's this link, which is this yeah, this thing. So if I go here, margin, padding, font, family, the common stuff. At the body, it is also sort of common. Background is the black, and with this display justify align items side. With this, I can center this button. So this is the body, and at the button, you can see that I have this relative position background linear gradient. Should I enlarge it a little? See, you can see the background is linear gradient, which is and 150-degree. So 0 degree would be at top, 90 degree would be at the right side, and 180 degree would be at bottom, and so the other would be. So that's how you can sort of rotate this from here to here, and I have given it 150 degrees, so it is somewhere between 90 degree and 180 degree over at this direction. So the gradient is at that direction from there to there, and the first color here, the beginning first gradient color, you can see that this is something like purple, and the second color, same gradient color, you can see it is something like pink, and yeah, this thing is colored like that, and the padding is this, the border radius, and transition 0.5 second. So this is the button, which is this div basically. Sorry, this uh, this div with the class button, and inside that you can see there is button shadow div, another div there. So which is, I'll open that. In here you can see it's the position absolute, top left 0, height white 100%, background linear gradient. This gradient is the same as this one. The reason it looks different, you can see here. Sorry, you can't see here actually. I have given its opacity 0, so you can't see anything. There's some problem with the other stuff. Anyway, at the button hover, when the button is hovered, which is this big one, this one, when it is hovered, um, what happens is that the border radius becomes 15 pixels. So originally the button has 10 pixel border radius. So when hovered, it becomes 5 pixel more. You can see that in the corner it becomes rounder, 5 pixel more round, and the transform translate is minus 10 pixels. So it goes up by 10 pixel when hovered. At the when the button is hovered, the button shadow, which is this div inside the button, this one is supposed to do something, right? What is it? So it's transform translate y 10 pixel and scale 0.9. So it means that the button shadow would go uh, at y-axis at bottom. It will go at the bottom by 10 pixel when the button is hovered, and scale would be a little smaller than where is this button? You can see here it takes 100% height and 100% width. It means initially button shadow is the same as the button in width and height, but that would be decreased by 10%, and it would become 90% the side. So the scale is 0.9. The filter is blur 25 pixel. That is what makes it give that ref- reflective or shadow effect, and so that glow comes from there, and the opposite is one. That's why you can see it now. And then you have this button button A, which is this link here, and you can see it's the color is white, decoration is gone, and font size is 40 pixel, which might be a bit big, but whatever. Now, at the beginning of the video, I've said something like that there is some type of problem, right? What is the problem? Well, that problem has to do with button shadow. You can, if I remove this and say something like, what should I say? Just black, right? Just black, nothing less. If I do that and when I hover it, you can see, yeah, that happens. So the for some reason, maybe it's obvious, but I'm not sure how to fix it. I tried some other things, but I guess they didn't work anyway. So when I hover it, you can see that the button shadow is between the move text link and above the what's that? The button class or the button background. After tried some other things, you can also try different things or find type of solution for that. I'm not sure, but yeah, as I said, it has some flaw to be fixed. But otherwise, yeah, this is something I guess. I will control Z it, and yeah, this is something. I mean, initially it doesn't. I guess the flaw isn't that visible because the gradient is matching, but I guess it's something not bad.